Hello everyone, it is Thursday. That means it's time for another one of my draft videos. I post one every Monday and Thursday. And this week and next week, that means we're doing some iconic masters. And if I like this format enough, I may actually do it a little longer. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more of this or more Ixalan after the end of next week. This format is really fun. Ixalan is a format that's gotten sort of stale because of how basically linear it is. I mean, there's not that many different kinds of decks. In this format, there's pretty much 10 decks. That's pretty fun. So I'll see you guys when this draft fires. Okay. Interesting. So Teferi's nuts. The downside about Teferi is if you're not heavily into blue, casting him is not easy. So we need to look around in this pack to see if there's anything else better. But obviously, making all your creature cards have flash, making your opponents have to cast instants at sorcery speed is great. He has flash too. Sometimes you can just flash him in to eat something. So he's worth keeping an eye on. Overgrown Battlement's pretty good. Illusory Angel is solid. But this pack's not anything special, really. I mean, Draconic Roar is nice. There's some good aggro creatures here. I think I just take Teferi and see if we can do some silly things with Teferi. There's a Mana Rock and there's a double land, which these are pretty good. If you saw my last draft, drafting a bunch of those went pretty well for me because I was able to just splash a couple really strong cards, and that was pretty nice. Don't really want Magus of the Moon here. Could think about this time taking a dual land, a Karoo as they're often called. Another good aggro creature here. There is a Windfall here. Windfall, as people pointed out. I pronounced that card incorrectly because I started playing Magic around the Urza's block, which I think is when that card was printed, and I didn't know what the word was, and I pronounced it incorrectly. And even though now I am an adult and, almost have a PhD, I still pronounce it incorrectly because that's how I remember pronouncing it. I think maybe we just take Grizzly Spectacle. Yeah, maybe we're a mill deck. I don't know. Grizzly Spectacle is a good removal spell. If nothing else. So here I'm more tempted to take this Rot Farm. I'm not seeing any huge signals about what's open. The blue cards here aren't anything special. I mean, we could try to go the Defender route. That deck does look like a lot of fun. But probably just take a Rot Farm here. You can just play, once you get enough of these, you can play all kinds of silly things. And as I've mentioned in my other videos, these lands are card advantage. It's not in an obvious way, but when you have 4 lands in play that produce 5 mana total, it's almost like you have an extra card because of that extra mana. Azorius Charm is interesting. I mean, that does... Blue-white would go well with Teferi, and it's a good card for sure. I think it might be what I take here. See if blue-white's open. Yeah, I mean, Vent Sentinel's here, so the Defender deck, maybe we could have done it, but Azorius Charm it is. Yeah. So, ideally, this will be in one of my colors at least, and then we can use it to splash into some other stuff. So, I'm not sold on blue-white here. I could still be black-blue, but we're seeing more, I feel like, blue-white things going on. Okay. Claustrophobia is a nice removal spell. Phantom Monster is a decent little creature. Johnny's Pridemate's good in the life gain deck. We could just try to build a control deck here and having Claustrophobia, Grizzly Spectacle, Teferi, and just trying to pick up win conditions. Doesn't seem like a bad plan. I'm going to take the removal here over the Pridemate. Rotfeaster Maggot isn't bad. Ooh, that is a very late Palladium Mirror. That card is first pickable. I'm going to take it here over Claustrophobia. We can start ramping into stuff. And that's pretty nice. There's another... Mana Rock. So, are we blue-white, maybe? I mean, Angel of Mercy is pretty good in the blue-white deck. Dissolves okay, but counter magic, even in a format like this one, can just be so bad. I mean, there are a lot of stupid bombs where if you counter it, you feel awesome, but it's not going to happen. Star Compass is a nice mana rock, but I'm not really convinced for like straight up ramping. Amass the Components is a nice card for drawing cards. Obviously enough. I think we take the Angel here. We're going to see blue-white's open. Blue-white is a spell deck, but it is definitely a control version of the deck. I think the blue-red and the blue... what's the other one? Red-blue, blue-white, and white-red especially is aggressive, and I think blue-red's more aggressive too. I like this Frostlinks, and I think that's what I'll take. Angel of Mercy's nice. Another one wouldn't hurt. It's also a mana rock, but Frostlinks is great, especially when you can flash them into play with Teferi. You know. So right now, our main win condition is a very boring Angel of Mercy, but we'll pick stuff up. I mean, Mahamati Jin and Serra Angel are uncommon, and they'll be fine in this deck. All right. Well, we have an Illusory Angel, which is only good if you can consistently, if you have some low drops. I think we probably just take a Jessian Thief here. It's a nice little card with prowess. It likes spells. It can draw me cards. Amass the Components is good too, but I'm going to take the creature for now. It's really our first spell payoff, actually. We could still easily end up being blue-black, by the way. Like, we're mostly... Blue is definitely open. I'm unsure about the other colors. There's that Winefall. I don't really think we want it. It's good if we do end up in the mill deck, I guess. You can just like make your opponent draw the rest of their library, or in a pinch, like if your opponent has 5 cards in their hand and you have like none, it's a pretty good card because it puts you at parity in cards. But I think I'm just going to take an Aerialist here. Just take some big flyers. Okay, Distortion Strike can be nice in this deck. And yeah, I mean, I think I could take this and try to go mill, and maybe I should just because that sounds like fun. Yeah, let's take it. Distortion Strike's fine, but it isn't going to be great in our deck anyway, so let's get a Balustrade Spy. Okay, Shriekgeist. I think maybe I'm going to force mill because that does seem to be open. Shriekgeist can help us with that. And, you know, Phantom Monsters, just like a decent dude. So, like, the blue-black deck has a mill sub-theme for sure. But I'm going to take this Netcaster, I guess. Yeah. But it is basically just a control deck that can win by milling or by playing big threats. Kiki Jiki. Why don't I have a Restoration Angel already? I think we probably take Mahamati Jin. This land, if this weren't a Phantom Draft, that land would be worth a lot of money. Mahamati Jin is just like a huge upgrade over Riverwheel Aerialists, I feel like. Wouldn't mind another Phantom Monster coming around. I don't mind Noxious Dragon, honestly. It might come back. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Jin. It gives us a better win condition, I feel like. Okay, so Reeve Soul here, probably. We could take Doorkeeper. But I think we just take Reeve Soul. It's a good removal spell. The mill stuff's all going to come back to us. So the first time around, just taking cards that are good in any deck seems a little bit better to me. Like, I'm going to take another Claustrophobia here. Hero's Bane is great if you're in the green deck. In any kind of green deck, I guess. Like, I could still easily shift back to white. So that's worth keeping in mind. Okay, well now there's a Blizzard Spectre. And I think we just take that. I love Frostlinks, but Blizzard Spectre is great. So we're a blue-black control deck. We're going to try to win with flyers late. Kill stuff. Maybe mill. I mean, the good news is, like, Grizzly Spectacle's playable anyway, and it happens to mill stuff. We could, and if we don't play mill, we probably would end up cutting both of these guys because they're just so underwhelming. We can splash green already, which is nice. Yeah. That is how it is. Yeah, this thing's just nuts. I mean, the things he can do when he hits your opponent are messed up. But then there's this pack. Hero's Bane, again, is great. Wish it weren't double green. I would just try to splash it. I don't really want a Scion of Ugin. It is a dragon, and there's a couple cards that care about that in black, but Ojutai's Breath's not bad. These Kiln Fiends are a lot of fun. If that's when you want Distortion Strike, is if you have a Kiln Fiend deck. I could take a white card here and sort of hedge, but I think I'm just going to take Ojutai's Breath. Yeah, our colors are getting cut pretty hard now, which isn't good news. I may just take a Rune Servitor. It's just a 2-drop that has, you know, a symmetrical upside. I think I'm just going to take it. Yeah. Got to see. I mean, we have tons of playables already. So, I mean, we can play these aerialists if we have to. Probably cut these in the end. So I feel like we're doing what we should be, but I'm kind of hoping I don't play this also. Man. Festering Newt. Or Virulent Swipe. I think the Newt's definitely better. Should we be jumping ship here into a second color other than black? I mean, I'm not going to play the Newt unless I end up with the whole combo, which would be fun. And this pack doesn't have anything great in it, but like Splatter Thug and Anok Bondkin are both fine. I think I'm going to take the Bondkin. We could try to splash the Spectre, and just because other than the Spectre, we don't actually have that much black. There's a Rakdos Drake, just as I say that. Wow, Wall of Roots. Interesting. So there's also an Azorius Chancery. I think I'm leaning towards taking the Chancery here. Wall of Roots is the best card in this pack, if you're wondering, but I think I take the Chancery. Okay, I'm in white. That's a late Blinding Mage. We're putting these back in, and we're probably not playing you, and we're going to try to splash him, but we can't really do it just yet. We're going to take a Blinding Mage. And we're going to take a Student of Ojutai. A couple good black cards here, I mean, or at least playable ones. I could take Horizon Canopy, but nah. Another Blinding Mage. Okay, I think we made the right choice. It's looking like we did anyway. We'll take another Bewilder, I guess. Green is very open. These two guys are both like super playable, but I guess I'll take the one I don't already have. Yeah, I mean, an Ivy Elemental can be really great in black-green or in red-green. But yeah, it's not going to be good in most decks. Yeah, we're just going to be a blue-white control-y spells deck. We did lose some removal there, but we can pick up some more. Hypersonic Dragon. You're such a cool card. Do I actually have any sorceries? No. So it's not as useful as it could be. It's still a 5-mana 4/4 with haste, though, so you know, that's pretty good. Last time I checked. We could take him and try to splash him, but the only land we have right now, it isn't going to allow us to splash him. But what would I take if I'm not taking him? Just probably like a Bondkin. Could think about Doorkeeper maybe. There's another Reeve's Soul. You know, we could also end up back in black, but I think with 2 Blinding Mages, we're pretty much set in white now. It would be pretty hilarious to have Teferi and Hypersonic Dragon in play. I think I'm just going to take the Dragon. And there's a Gruul Turf, which does not help us splash-wise, but Evolving Wilds does. It's a jungle barrier. We should have been blue-green defenders. So we already have a Phantom Monster. I think I'm going to take this Wilds. It can help us splash our dragon. Ooh, yes. Emeria Angel. Yes, please. These are extra good with Bounce Lands and Evolving Wilds because you get 2 triggers. And by these, I mean things with landfall. We actually don't have that many spells in our deck right now, which is kind of funny. We have 2, and they're both Claustrophobia. So we could probably use some more of those, but we're definitely taking an Emeria Angel there. Yeah, Seeker of the Way is great, but as I just mentioned, we don't actually have that many spells right now. Abzan Battle Priest is good. Take another Evolving Wilds and just feel like we can splash both of these. Yeah, let's do it. What the hell? Restoration Angel. Should have taken Kiki Jiki. All right, well, we have to take Restoration Angel. Our deck is basically just turning into an aggro deck, though. It doesn't have any of the spell stuff going on anymore, which could mean like Student of Ojutai gets cut, and probably also means well, Jessie Thief still might not get cut. I think we just take another Frost Lynx here. It's going to be good with our Restoration Angel. We definitely picked a color pair that is open. Sustainer of the Realm. It's not going to be worth splashing him, by the way, if we don't have any sorceries in our deck, which is currently the case. Star Compass does trigger Prowess for our Jessie Thief, but I think I'm just going to take another Angel. Another Windfall, Thought Scour, and probably not playing you anymore. But what am I going to grab here? Ojutai's Breath or Thought Scour? I guess I'll take Ojutai's Breath. Okay, Enoch Bondkin. We're just an aggro deck. We're not really doing what you're supposed to be doing in this color pair. But getting all these crazy angels, you know, it's been hard not to be an aggro deck, really. Yeah, you're probably gone too. Oh yeah, we have this Azorius Charm that's definitely going to make the cut. So another Phantom Monster or a Jungle Barrier. I think I'd rather just have another Phantom Monster. Yeah. I think that's reasonable. Jace's Phantasm and Skywise Teachings aren't going to be very good in our deck, but I guess I'll take a Jace's Phantasm. Same basic cards. Oh, another Frost Lynx, yeah. Sure. If you want to give me another Frost Lynx world, I'll take it. We have some powerful... I bet our deck is basically Blue-White Skies, is what it ended up being. Nah, I might even play Infantry Veteran. Our deck may be that aggressive. So it's, again, not what you're supposed to do with a Blue-White deck, but it's what we're doing. It is what we're doing. Definitely have some things to look at if we want to keep them. Now that we're not really a spells deck, we're definitely playing all 3 of these lands because they're all good anyway, and we have Emeria Angel. So with Restoration Angel, we can gain life, and we can tap things. Those are the big things we can do. Obviously, you can also just play it to save a creature from removal, things like that. It's just an incredibly strong card. So yeah, I mean, this is basically our deck. I think we probably do run the Infantry Veteran. We are blue-white, splash black, aggro, / skies. Yeah, I mean, that's basically what we have going on here. Yep. All right. I'm going to run 1 swamp. That should be plenty with 2 Evolving Wilds. So, what do we already have? We have, these are sources of everything, and these potentially blue-white. I don't know. All my 2-drops are white, so I think I actually... Do I actually want more plains than islands? I think I probably do. Because in the early game, we're going to want to be casting that stuff. Oh, something to look at, but I think it ends up staying, is whether we keep Jesse and Thief for like Ojutai's Breath. But what am I going to put in instead? I mean, Rune Servitor? No, I mean, that's fine. They're not going to be great in our deck. I mean, Ojutai's Breath will be with an aggressive deck, but the Thief, we have 4 cards that'll trigger Prowess. Of course, one of them does have Rebound at least, but still. All right. This looks like our deck. Blue-white skies it is, and I'll see you guys in the first match. All right, we're in the first match of an Iconic Masters draft, and we would like to play first. I think this is a reasonable hand. We can get to triple blue for Teferi pretty quickly. We have a 2-drop. We got some removal. All that seems good to me. You know, with the Evolving Wilds, I may actually want to get the Swamp, just because getting an island is so likely. But at the same time, it's like, I have another Evolving Wilds. I don't know. I should definitely play it first. And I guess we're just going to see what happens. I think I'd probably get the Swamp. I'm not playing Teferi for a while. Making sure I have the black mana for my Blizzard Spectre down the road seems worth it. I guess there's only 4 other islands in our deck, but there's also Azorius Chancery and so there's more like 6 left in the deck. Decisions. Because we already have Teferi in our hand. Hell, I'm going to go for the island. I did it. And the chances of drawing our black aren't high, but neither are the chances we're drawing our Blizzard Spectre. That's what I'm telling myself. Yeah. So we'll play Anok Bondkin this turn. Our deck, unfortunately, doesn't really have any synergies with this, other than having other Anok Bondkins, but obviously stacking them isn't going to make a difference. Play our Bondkin, end our turn. Okay, they're going to Rot Farm. I might just outlast my Bondkin this turn if I don't draw anything else, because a 3/2 first striker is way more difficult to block. And we did draw something else, but it's not something we really want to play. So we're just going to outlast here and end our turn. But now we can go like Frostlinks, tap the thing, swing for 3, and then flash into Teferi, and then start doing really silly things. Like playing Frostlinks at instant speed, but I mean, I may not even play Frostlinks now. I can just attack through that. I guess I should. Yeah, I'll do it. Could use Ojutai's Breath instead, but getting another dude out there is probably worth it. And we'll attack for 3. So we do need the other land for Teferi, but we also have multiple ways of getting blockers out of the way and can just start smashing for 5 every turn, ideally, anyway. So, Corpsejack Menace, oh. I was going to say, Corpsejack Menace is not good news for our deck. We don't have a way to actually kill it. Claustrophobia, you know, keeps it from attacking us, but that's not really the same thing. Okay, well, we may be able to flash into Teferi and eat this thing. We'll see. Yeah, I'm in my turn. How likely is it that my opponent has a combat trick to really make my Teferi sad? Yeah, just tap out now so I don't have to worry about it. God, you could still have Wild size. It's probably just going to be better to flash into Fairy at the end of their turn. That starts letting me really screw with their game, basically. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It's not worth the potential to get wild sized. Okay, so we're going to flash into Fairy here, which is going to mean we swing for 5, thanks to Ojutai's Breath. We want to draw some more of our creatures. We have tons of them. Hey, there's a creature. Interesting. I think I am just going to cast Ojutai's Breath here and swing for 5. We can play our Sustainer of the Realm at instant speed at some point, but that point is not now. It was worth thinking about there because obviously I can flash this in and it kills them hard because it becomes a 2/5 when it blocks. Wild size would still screw me, but that's okay. Let's get our Restoration Angel. Our deck is nuts. That's one of the fun things about these Phantom drafts is people would have been taking those cards all over the place. Because they're worth money, right? And in this case, we were able to get cards that people just didn't need for their decks because they're just trying to build the best deck here. So, yeah. So this is going to rebound. We're going to tap down the Ivy Elemental now. Ooh. I could Claustrophobia here, but I don't really think that's worth it. I'm actually just going to offer a trade for my links if my opponent wants to do that. And then I can flash in things. Yeah. Drops them to 7. It's weird. It only shows flash on them. Like, at times I could play an instant, which is sort of weird. It seems like useless coding almost. Like, additional effort that was not necessary. Okay, well, that's annoying. We're going to flash in our flyer in response to that. Opponent's at 7, so a flyer is a very real threat. Okay, we are going to attack for 2. I actually don't think I'm going to play one of these Claustrophobias yet. I'm just going to play Palladium Mirror here in my turn. We take 7 here. Opponent, yeah, they did have wild size all that time, so it was a good thing to suspect. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna attack with our flyer. I probably should have put Claustrophobia here. Drop my opponent to 1. Oh no, because then, you know, it wouldn't have worked. Probably would have been better, but we're going to Claustrophobia the big one anyway. And I'm going to play Azorius Chancery. Turn an island. And in my turn, so we take 5 here if they attack with both. I say, let's take 5. So if they like empty their hand here to play a blocker, no matter how big it is, we win with Claustrophobia. Yeah, they have all the Ivy elementals, so they have to, and now we really win. They have to have Corpse Jack Menace, I feel like, or it's not really worth it. I'm going to play the Lynx instead. So we got our Teferi that game, which is certainly quite powerful, but I mean, our deck was definitely not firing on all cylinders. We didn't get him. Like, these 2 Angels are very strong too. We want to get them at some point. Does Bewilder seem any good here? Not really. Let's just roll this back out there. I don't think I like this hand. It's just too slow. Our opponent isn't going to just be doing nothing, so we will mulligan. Okay, this one's also slow, but it's a little bit better, and that makes it a lot better. We do have our Emeria Angel. The sad thing is we're going to have to use our Evolving Wilds and probably also our Azorius Chancery before we can ever play the Emeria Angel, but we'll see. Should I get... What should I get? Oh, well, now it doesn't matter so much because I screwed up. I should have done this at the end of my opponent's turn. So, okay. Because then I could have played Enoch Bondkin, obviously. Now... I'm going to sacrifice this, and I'm going to get, I think I'm just going to get the Swamp. Although we do need double white, I guess. Okay, I'll get the Plains. And then I'm going to play Azorius Chancery and bounce my Plains. And then we can play Frostlinks, which will really help us make up the ground that I lost us. I mean, it wasn't like a great situation to play the Bondkin there anyway, because what you really want to do is play those bounce lands as soon as you can. So, I'm not really broken up about it or anything, but... Okay. Would I rather Frostlinks that? Probably. Because my Frostlinks can just trade with... yeah. So, we're going to play Frostlinks. Tab this dude down. So, next turn we can play Emeria Angel. Question is whether we should. Ceratok, okay. I will trade all day. All day, every day. Okay, I think we play the Angel. If my opponent has removal, we're in trouble. If they don't, we're in pretty great shape. We play another land, get a flyer, and then play Angel of Mercy, which is a pretty great series of things to do. Okay, they don't have a kill spell. They do have a really annoying Death Touch creature now that I can't block. We're going to take the 6. Oh, it's Trample and Death Touch. That's just great. Yeah, I think we play the Angel of Mercy. And we attack with our other Angel. So we have multiple ways of tapping things down, which is nice. going to outlast that dude, so he has Death Touch and Trample. I will trade my Angel of Mercy for the Ceratok, I think, if my opponent gives me that option. If they have Wild Size, we're going to be very sad. They don't. So that's good news for us. Trample's gone at least. Now what are you doing? Don't think I'm going to like it. Oh. It's just Ivy Elemental. No big deal. Oh. So we can use Azorius Charm to bounce this, take this Death Touch away, and yeah, that's pretty good. So we're going to play, I think we play another Frostlinks here. Tap down the Ivy Elemental. We're just going to attack with our bird this time. Get in for the 1. So yeah, I'm going to use the charm to bounce this guy and block and kill that with my Emeria Angel, ideally. That's assuming they both attack, I guess. I'm assuming they are. So let's declare this block. Do you have Wild Size? I sure hope not. Yeah. Value. Wait. You have 2 Merrick Nightblades? Didn't this put it on top? We have 2 Merrick Nightblades. Of course we have Blizzard Spectre now. Okay. Do I just Claustrophobia this, or I think we probably do cast Ojutai's Breath on Merrick Nightblade and attack for 6. We know he's drawing another Merrick Nightblade, so, and then we'll play Anak Bondkind as well. We need more lands, man. We need an army. An army of. Yeah, so then we can swing for 3, 5, 7, 8 this turn. Yeah, I think we're just going to win off of all of these tap-down effects. This rebounds. We use it to tap down Ivy Elemental. And then we're going to cast Claustrophobia on Merrick Nightblade. Opponent's hand is just empty right now, so we swing for 8, and then we have lethal in the air next turn. Yeah. Our weird aggro deck is, in fact, an aggro deck. I mean, it definitely played like one. We do sort of what blue-white does when it's an aggro deck, all sorts of tempo-y things like tapping down creatures and silly things like that, and just winning with flyers. So hopefully we can do some more of that. All right, we're going into the second match of an Iconic Masters draft. We do not have a 1 or 2 drop, but our hand's okay anyway. Probably search up our Swamp with Evolving Wilds. We can sort of ramp into Angel of Mercy, which isn't bad. We may want to play Frostlinks instead, or Jesse and Thief. It just depends on the board state. Opponent's starting slow, which is good for us, I think. They may be trying to mill us in that color pair, but yeah, we're going to grab our 1 Swamp here. Well, now we can't cast our Claustrophobia. Way to go, me. I may have run too few islands in this deck in the end, since, what was I going to say? Because we have a bunch of double blue. We have a triple blue into Fairy, so maybe I should have flip-flopped plains and islands. Ooh, they're starting slow, which I think means maybe we just play Palladium Mirror and try to ramp into Angel of Mercy. I could also play Jesse and Thief and see. I mean, I'll get to draw at least 1 card off of it. I can Claustrophobia whatever they play. Yeah, let's just do that. Or Frostlinks whatever they play. Either one I'm happy with, I think. Yeah, we're gonna Frostlinks that, I think. Draw us a card. Give me that card. Hey, there's Teferi. We don't have our triple blue yet, but we can get there. Probably play Angel of Mercy this next turn. It will be kind of tempting to try to lock down whatever attacker he plays, whatever creature he plays here with Claustrophobia, so I can draw another card, but it's probably not worth it. Maybe he doesn't have any creatures. That would be great for us. Jesse and Thief unchecked is a dream. Just draw a card every turn. It's just exactly what you want to do. Skywise Teachings, that is a very slow start, but that can power out some stupid, stupid stuff if we don't get on top of that. Why is he doing that? I have no idea. I mean, I guess they'll easily be able to make a dude next turn is what they're thinking. Must be what they're thinking, right? So I'm going to attack with both of these. Get to draw another card. Which is exactly what we want to be doing. I think we just play Angel of Mercy now. We do have our triple blue now for Teferi, so we're probably going to do that at some point. And that will definitely hurt our opponent's deck because our opponent's deck is very into playing instants at instant speed, I would assume. So that's something to keep in mind. So we're going to be able to wreck our opponent pretty hard here if, well, see what else they can do. I want to know what they're splashing red for. Could be Anger of the Gods or something. Maybe they don't attack me at all. Nope. Interesting. You know, Illusory Angel, that's not fair. It's bigger than my angels. Not bigger than him, though. God, I want to play Teferi, but I'm not going to be able to this turn anyway. I think it's just going to be better to play Mahamati Jinn here. And just end our turn. My opponent and I both have all flyers, basically, so this will be interesting. Flying heavy decks for sure. What are they splashing red for? Ooh, that's gross. Yeah, our opponent is definitely like a more traditional blue-black deck. I mean, we ended up not even being blue-black in the end, I guess. In that they're just like playing spells, drawing cards, you know, those sorts of things. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. So I think I cast Claustrophobia on the 4/4. And that lets me attack with Mahamati Jinn. I can also attack with Jesse and Thief without being... I can actually just attack with all of these and not be too worried. The best my opponent can do with any of them is trade. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh, not him. But everybody else. My Jinn's bigger than your Jinns are. Yeah, I mean, I figured that block was going to happen like that. Interesting. You're going to let me kill one of your Djinn Monk fellows? I am very happy to do so. We drop them to 8. Okay, so what do we play here? We could play the Bondkin or the Palladium Mirror. Oh god, I should have played my Chancery. That was stupid. I knew there was a reason I hadn't played a land yet. I guess I'm going to play the Palladium Mirror. And in my turn. Our opponent definitely has a deck built to abuse Skywise Teachings, so I'm not super thrilled about that. Especially because I stupidly didn't play my Chancery, which would have allowed me to have triple blue this next turn. Gross. They're going to kill my guy, mill me a bunch of cards, and make a Djinn. So, that's not awesome. And they hit Restoration Angel and a Myriad Angel with that. Wow. That's like that's what we need to have a chance here. Okay. Well, I'm going to play an Enoch Bondkin. I'm going to play Azorius Chancery, and bounce this Plains. And I'm just going to end my turn, unfortunately. The scary thing is our opponent almost certainly has some very large, frightening creature to end the game. I mean, Skywise Teaching's a good win condition, but they're a control deck. They're going to have something else frightening in their deck. We've already played... No, we've only played one Claustrophobia, I guess. The good news is our Enoch Bond can get bigger and bigger and bigger. That's kind of a good mana sink to have in a game that's stalled out like this one. Mannequin. Yeah, and they've killed all of my flyers except my Angel of Mercy, which is... They did not show her much mercy. Okay. 1, 2, and then I still have 2. Yeah, I still have plenty. So we're going to outlast this guy. We're going to play Evolving Wilds. Blizzard Spectre would be kind of nice if we could get it through, because we could just start bouncing the monks. Yeah, so... I could play Teferi now, in case he's planning on casting something at the end of my turn, but they would just do it in response, so it doesn't really make a difference. Yeah, I have plenty of mana. I can actually also play my other Bondkin, can't I? I can go... Oh, no. Not like that. This. Yeah. I'll play the other Bondkin. That's where we'll be putting our mana for a while, and those two guys. Yeah, I'll end the turn. I'm sure they have an instant, but as I said, they can just cast it in response. I may flash in my Teferi in response to it. Ulcerate. Ouch. That does drop them to 5. That's nice, I guess. Because all those creatures have flying anyway. There we go, yeah. Nope. What do I keep doing wrong here? I'm just going to have extra mana laying around. That's what's going on here. I wish this like countered it, because he already cast an instant speed spell, but that's not how it works, in case you're wondering. This will still happen. Ulcerate will still happen. I think. Now I'm doubting myself. No, yeah, it still happens. Well, yeah, we don't have anything to do with the mana, so we are done. So now we can take a bunch of damage in the air, which is not good. Not good. We have tons of flyers left in our deck. Is the good news. The bad news is our opponent took 2 of our best ones away from us with that mill. It was a very fortuitous mill for them to hit Emeria and Restoration Angel. Another Grizzly Spectacle. Yeah, I think we're pretty much dead. I don't see ourselves being able to get out of this. We just have to kill this opponent before they really get rolling. We had a slow hand in this game. But our deck, as we know, is capable of killing them very quickly. Because our deck should be able to kill them before they can start doing all this Skywise Teachings nonsense. I would think, anyway. I wish I had, like, a Lava Axe and some red mana. And now you're going to start attacking, I'm sure. Yeah. You are. We will sacrifice Evolving Wilds, get rid of one of these lands in our deck. Increase... Oh, Blinding Mage wouldn't be bad. There's Blizzard Spectre. That's also not bad. I think I'm going to Outlast. And I'm going to Outlast. And then I'm going to play Blizzard Spectre. And hold on to the card in my hand like it actually does something. This will be able to attack next turn pretty effectively if my opponent attacks in the same way. I'm hoping they run out of spells at some point. That's what I really want to happen here. Oh, good. At least it's not a spell. It's just a Spell Fist. Okay. Another flyer is actually pretty great here. I'm going to attack with the larger Bondkin. We're going to try to thin out the herd over there so we can get in for some damage. He has to double block it to kill it. And first strike and all that. Yeah, so we're going to attack with the big Bondkin. Okay, I am okay with that. I'm also going to Outlast the other one, so it's also not a joy for our opponent to have to block it. And then... yeah, I'll play Sustainer of the Realm, who can block all of these silly flyers. I'm sure they have a spell. I only have 10 cards left in my library. Oh, that's gross. Playing Mind Stone. Ouchies. Trying to thin out the herd, but of course you can crack this Mind Stone now and draw another spell, potentially. Yeah, all these mana rocks make Skywise Teachings even more ridiculous than it was the last time we saw it, for sure. It was a fine card last time we saw it, but the format, you know, didn't have all of these crazy mana rocks that make it even better. I have to make my Bondkins even bigger, I think, to have a hope here. They have 7 blockers. I'm surprised they're thinking about attacking here. You should just be attacking. Yeah. Your guy can't block especially well or anything. Okay. That's interesting. Well, these guys are both going to get outlasted. And I'm going to play a Frost Lynx. Tap down. Phantom Monster, I guess. Worth remembering, this guy can turn into a golem, an actual creature. So, yeah, but we'll end our turn. Now I wish I had an elusive Spell Fist to get in some unblockable damage at some point, but what are you going to do? So these guys both are just lethal on their own now. Thought Scour. Yeah, they're trying to mill me, which that deck can do. I mean, as you can see, they're like sort of trying to kill us, but they have a backup plan of just milling us thanks to 2 Grizzly Spectacles. And what do they hit now? And our last removal spell in Claustrophobia. That hurts. That does hurt. Our opponent's deck is sweet. It's a very controlling deck. It's actually my kind of usual deck. But in our draft, white was just too open for me to not be taking Restoration and Emeria Angels, you know? Thank God I have all these flyers, though, because otherwise I'd be dead. I'm still pretty close to dead, honestly. Because I can only block 2 of them, and then I take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm actually dead. If my opponent just attacks with every... Oh, no, this is new. So I'm not quite dead. I can block this guy with my dudes on the ground. So, yeah, we are in okay shape. By okay, I mean... not dead immediately. Most likely not dead immediately. But probably dead next turn. I wish I had a disenchant so badly. I passed several of them. Ooh. Really? Really? They're going to get back Grizzly Spectacle, I'm guessing. That'll just mill me out the rest of the way, more or less. Shouldn't, when they have 2 first strikes, I'm pretty sure it should just be double strike. I mean, that's just me, but what do I know? Grizzly Spectacle. That's the funny thing about building a control deck. Like, and they're a legit thing in this format, as you can see, is that like you can literally have Grizzly Spectacle as sort of a win condition because you mill some of your opponent's cards, and they're going to run out of cards before you do. Of course, my opponent has had to use a lot of clock. They're going to play Virulent Swipe. Does that just kill me? I think it does just kill me. That makes sense. That's what they were thinking about. Yeah, that's just going to kill me for sure. I say we make our opponent do it. Well, let's see. I think we're still dead because we have to take 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, we're dead. Just barely. Just barely. Okay. Sideboard. Do I have anything good in my sideboard? I don't really think I do. That's one of the downsides about waiting as long as we did to figure out what we wanted to do with our deck. Bewilder is pretty good against that unblockable dude. But so is like Ojutai's Breath. Bring in another one of those. That might just be better, and it doesn't dilute our aggressive plan. Probably just lose Jesse and Thief. I was checking to see if that was any player. If it was any player, I would side it in for sure. Should I be splashing Reeve Soul? I don't think so. I really need a disenchant effect. That's what I really need, and I don't have it. We need to like curve out and then play our big guys at the top. And hope they don't have their freaking Grizzly Spectacles and stuff like that. Yeah. I would like to play first. This is a decent hand. Not having blue is scary, but we're going to draw it. I mean, you know, that's how it works. We have a lot of islands in our deck. And Evolving Wilds, and also Azorius Chancery, I think, is the bounce land we have. Not an island. But we can still play our Blinding Mage. If we draw an island right now, we can play turn 3 well, we won't play the Frostlinks. We can wait another turn. We want to be able to play Blizzard Spectre as quickly as possible, though. Yes. Thank you, world. Okay, so we can play Blizzard Spectre next turn. And if we can start Blizzard Spectring, we are going to be happy campers. Because it'll really put our opponent behind the 8-ball. We can bounce things. We can make them discard cards. This is, of course, assuming they don't play their own flyer. But we can tap that down with Ojutai's Breath. So not even that is a huge deal. So yeah, we're going to play our Chancery. And I'm going to return a Swamp. And in my turn. So Blizzard Spectre next turn. I think that's just going to be better than Phantom Monster because we just start eating away at his hand if he doesn't have things in play. And if he has things in play, we just start bouncing them. So very strong. I can't remember if this is downshifted. It sure feels like it was. Well, there goes my Ojutai's Breath, but could be worse. I wonder if our opponent sided that in. We only have like, do we have 4 spells that can hit? I think we have 4. I think that's correct. Oh, yes. Didn't mill her this time. Jesus, what if they have Mana Drain? I just thought about that. Oh, God. If they have Mana Drain, I'm going to cry. On camera here for you guys. It's a Mythic. They're not going to have it. It's a Mythic, right? I mean... No way. So it's definitely the swingy kind of thing that's just going to destroy me. But that's part of the fun of these formats, you know? Let's just... It could be Mana Leak. But let's try anyway. Oh, it happened. Okay. I almost thought about doing things differently. We have Restoration Angel plus Frostlinks, which is messed up. Oh, come on. At least wait till I have my mana up for Restoration Angel or something. That is really frustrating. Okay. I think I just play Phantom Monster here. Yeah. And then leave mana up so I can tap down his Illusory Angel. Opponent's removal is making us pretty sad, as it did in the first game. Okay. Come on, man. At least wait until I have my mana up for Restoration Angel. At least the least you could do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I think I'm just going to end my turn and flash in Restoration Angel at the end of my opponent's turn and just try to win with her. I guess maybe it's just better to... I'm greedy. Let's play Frostlinks first. Yeah, and Palladium Mirror. And we're just going to attack. They have 6 mana. They're Blizzard Spectre. You're not supposed to have one of those. Okay. I think we just end our turn here. We plan on tapping this down and flashing in Restoration Angel to block this and use Frostlink's ability again. Seems pretty good, right? I think so. Definitely get an island, because right now we can't play like Claustrophobia. Oh, no, you don't have counter magic. Oh, it hurts so much. I think we're dead basically now, you guys. There's like, that's hard to come back from. Very hard. They're going to bounce. Probably my Blinding Mage since it's slowing them down. And if this goes back to my hand, I won't be able to tap that down again. Our opponent's deck's sweet. They are living the control dream for sure, where they can just grind out these slow wins. Just make me discard a card. Oh, he doesn't get to choose the permanent. Yeah, he is going to do that because he doesn't want me to... he doesn't want me to be able to Frostlinks again. Interesting. Okay. All right. I'll take it. I think I attack with my 2/2/2s here. Drop him to 10. Bouncing Illusory Angel isn't the worst because my opponent is in top deck mode, so being able to recast her is certainly not a guarantee. We're going to try, you know, could have just scooped after our poor Restoration Angel met her fate, but... Oh, it won't be attacking if I do that. Interesting. My opponent knew something was afoot there. I think we hold on to the charm. Okay, Claustrophobia is pretty awesome. I do have to use all my blue mana to use it. Does the opponent have more counter magic? Okay, so we're going to attack with our 2/2/2s again. He may animate Guardian Idol and try to kill one of them with it, but I'll just tap it with Blinding Mage. Which, yes, means I'll take... Ooh. Will I? Maybe I'll just trade. Since I don't have mana up for Azorius Charm. Yeah, so... I kind of screwed that up because now my opponent will be able to make me... Maybe I shouldn't have tapped it because, yeah, that's even what I said I was going to do, and then I didn't do it, so that's a pretty big screw up. Opponent's going to make me discard Blizzard Spectre or Azorius Charm now, so that was not good. Bye-bye, Azorius Charm. If I just left the mana up and let the trade happen there, I could have put this back on top of my opponent's library, which obviously would have been drastically different. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to attack with our 2/2/2s. Tap down the animated golem again. And play Frostlinks to tap down Blizzard Spectre. Opponent may actually have something now. I've been kind of surprised how easy it's been for me to... Oh. Okay. Well, I think we still attack. It's just not going to be as good of an attack. Another binding. Infantry veterans, what he milled. Okay. We still get in for 2. Maybe? Yeah. Drop them to 4. This game, they don't have Skywise teachings in place, so they're not going to build this crazy advantage. And honestly, we might just win the game right here in a very underwhelming way because we can play Frostlinks, tap this guy down, and if our opponent doesn't have a blocker or a kill spell, he's dead. And there's no guarantee he has either of those in his hand. Possible, maybe even likely, but it's not guaranteed. Okay, so do we get in for this 4 here? I kind of doubt it. No, we do. Wow, I was ready to give up on that game after we got our Restoration Angel countered, but we got in for the last damage we needed to. That's for sure. Did not expect that. Yeah, we still don't have anything worth bringing in, so I don't know why I'm looking. Well, that's a mulligan, unfortunately. All right, this one's reasonable. Do we have a plains on top? No. We definitely need to hit a plains. If we hit a plains, it's actually a very good hand. We go 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, tap down your guy, hit you, but that's not what's happening, as far as I can tell. Thought Scourer. Oh, my Plains was my next card. It breaks my heart. Mind Stone. We have fewer islands than plains in our deck, so come on now. Spellfist. All right, well, it's Frostlinks time. We have lots of ways of stalling, and that's not really what we wanted to be doing with Frostlinks in our deck, though. We wanted to be tapping things down and attacking. Looks like our opponent might also be stuck on one color, and thank God we're not anymore. So I'm going to attack for 2. I'm going to play this Evolving Wild so I can grab a Plains. In fact, I'm just going to do it now. We only have 2 islands left in our deck, which is kind of insane. So next turn we can play Frostlinks plus Anok Bondkin, theoretically. Each opponent does not want to attack me. Wonder if they have counter magic. Oh, new plan. We just ended our turn because we drew Teferi. Yeah. We're going to try to flash into Teferi at the end of their turn, and then we can start playing this at instant speed, which is nuts. Playing any of them is, but Frostlinks especially. Okay, they got their black mana. Spellfist number 2. All right, let's see if they have Dissolve. Moment of truth. Do you have Dissolve? Please say no. Oh, they have dissolve. It hurts. That hurts my soul. Should I have waited for my opponent to be tapped out? Maybe. Maybe that would have been a good plan. We're going to play Bondkin. And I guess I'm going to play Frostlink, so it really isn't all that good right now. But it does give me another body. We want another land for that Djinn. Is what we really want. Yeah, do we have to claustrophobia that? I think we do. If we don't draw a land, that's what we'll be doing. We did draw land. In that case, we're just going to play Mahamati Djinn unless my opponent has more counter magic. Don't tell me you have Mana Leak. Oh, God. Formats where counter magic is actually good scare me so much. It's like, am I going to get to do what I want to do? I don't know. I just don't know. I really don't know. Our opponent, very low on time, so that's our plan B, maybe. We're still at 20 after all, but their deck can snowball. We haven't seen Skywise teaching since that first game, and I think we've been a little lucky. Grizzly Spectacle. I had a feeling. That was going to happen. Please don't hit all my good cards again. Just a Myria Angel that time, not also Restoration Angel. They're going to make me discard a card as well. Of course, we could be really aggressive here, but I get to swing back, which is nice. I'm going to discard Infantry Veteran if that's what happens, by the way, because I'll put Claustrophobia on the Blizzard Spectre. They're going to be aggressive here. We take the 6. And we discard Infantry Veteran. My opponent just like ruining my strongest cards, like my big creatures, it sort of hurts my feelings. My Mahamati Djinns have just been like a Grizzly Spectacle all day long. Okay. I can pay for Mana Leak, so there's that. Alright, tap that down. And we attack for 4, and I'm going to use Outlast on my Bondkin after I play this Plains in my hand. Which does, of course, open me up to taking damage, but it's whatever. Yeah, that's just so strong when you're making 2 of your creatures unblockable and +1 and killing one of your opponent's creatures. Oh, okay. That's cool. All right. Yeah. We go to 8. There's our Blizzard Spectre. Don't hate that. We attack with Frostlinks. And we play our Blizzard Spectre. Is it just more removal? No, but it's Mnemonic Wall, which will get my opponent removal. So I'll probably just get Ulcerate and kill this. Swing. No? Reef. Oh, yeah. They can do it with Reef Soul. Why would they pay 3 life? Crap, man. We really need Restoration Angel. And even she wouldn't save me. She'd be good, but she wouldn't save me. We're probably just dead now. Our opponent just needs any non-creature spell. And we're dead. That isn't a non-creature spell. So we do have another turn to draw an Evolving Freaking Wilds. I think it's more worth it to hold on to this thing than anything, just to make it look like maybe I have a spell in my hand. than it is for me to play it and make it clear I can't interact with their board at all. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Okay. That's actually pretty good, pretty reasonable. I'm going to play this Wilds now. We can use this to stop ourselves from dying for a turn at least. So there's that. No. Yeah, we're gonna die. We aren't gonna die this turn. Don't get me wrong, but we're gonna die in the very near future. Is giving my creatures lifelink gonna be any better? No. No, it is not. I don't even think Restoration Angel does enough anymore to... We're going to keep trying. But the minute our opponent draws a non-creature spell, we're dead. So... Yeah, we're dead. We've been lucky to be alive this long with the... Spell fists over there. Wow. We still get to live? Are you out of spells? We're really not taking advantage of the fact that our opponent is stumbling over there. We're really not. I guess I'm going to play this Chancery. Did you finally draw a non-creature spell? Because you surely have them. Wow. We are being very lucky. I really want to gain some life, but my deck, other than Azorius Charm, does not actually have a way to do that. We're being lucky in a sense, but we're not being lucky enough to actually take advantage of the extra time we've been given. He's going to draw the spell before we are able to do anything, surely. Oh, we do have a way to gain life. I forgot about Angel of Mercy. Oh, 5 life makes a big difference. It'll take 2 spells to kill us now. That is crazy. I think a kill spell still probably kills us, specifically. We know our opponent has a lot of them. Ojutai's Breath. Not quite a kill spell, but I think it's basically going to have the same effect, maybe? I think it cuts us down to being to live. We're dead for sure on our opponent's next turn now. Oh yeah, really dead. Really, really dead. We go to 1. He has too many flyers. Yeah, even Claustrophobia won't save us. That is, you know, again, we were lucky that we weren't dead to begin with, but it would have been like insane if we actually drew. I mean, we did eventually draw this, which was pretty great draw. But if we drew all spells there, like we definitely would have won that game. But again, we were lucky to begin with. Our opponent's deck is sweet. The games were exciting and fun and close for the most part. So at least there's that. And hopefully we can win our final match and go 2-1 like we did in the first draft. All right, this is the last match of an Iconic Masters draft. We are 1-1 and looking to try to finish 2-1, of course. This hand's kind of slow, but it's not like horrendous. It's not great, especially when we're not on the play. Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna mulligan it. Oh God. Decisions are bad. Okay, this hand's all right. I think I'm gonna put this Frostlinks on the bottom. Yeah, I mean, to look back at it, the first one probably would have been our best hand. This one at least has a couple low drops, though, which the other one did not. Okay. End turn. Okay, opponent is ramping. That Emiria Angel's nice. We just need to draw the other planes. We're just going to play Blinding Mage here. Okay, Phyrexian Rager. It's a sweet card. Gets our opponent to 19, but they do also draw an extra card, so it's definitely worth it. Do I just play Frostlinks here and swing? Doesn't seem awesome, but it doesn't seem terrible either, so that is what we'll do. Come on, fourth land. Yep, that's something to cast Claustrophobia on, that's for sure. So now that I drew a planes, I'm a little more tempted to just play this Angel and just be ready to eat 4 damage. So I think that's what we're going to do. We have time later to Claustrophobia it or tap it down. Or whatever we decide we want to do. So black-white is sort of a life gain deck. Our opponent doesn't seem super life gainy, but that is what that deck is. Okay, we will take 4. Not a land, which would have been the ideal thing, but we are going to put Claustrophobia on Serra Angel. And attack with the Emiria Angel. Opponent could have wing shards or something, which would definitely suck, but... Yep, it is wing shards. He gets 2 of them even, but it doesn't really matter. We only have 1 creature. Alright. Yeah. I guess I'm going to tap down the Rager. Alright. So, do I block that? Is that worth trading with? I kind of feel like it is. Okay. Let us attack with our Blinding Mage. Do I want to? Nah, I guess I don't. I'm going to play Aenoch Bondkin, though. Foul Tongue Invocation. Okay. Our opponent is running them sacrifice effects, and they've been pretty effective against us. So, but we're going to play another Blinding Mage. And end our turn. We just take 2 if he attacks, and he does. Yeah, there's some life gain. So he's going to exile Emeria Angel, I guess, just to gain a bit of life here. Yeah. Alright, so we sacrifice our wilds. And what do we want? I guess we grab the swamp just so we're prepared. Okay, that's not really what I wanted to do here. We will outlast though, and I think I'm going to hold on to the Chancery just to bluff. We have plenty of mana, so. Alright, so our opponent does plan on doing some life gaining. We just haven't seen them do it yet, for the most part. I'm going to outlast him again. No, I guess I will play the Chancery. And Return of Plains. So far, like, our first match went really well, and we did what our deck wanted to do, but we felt fairly outmatched in the rest of the games so far. I mean, we won 1 game in our second match, and there's still plenty of time in this one. Our problem is that our bombiest creatures just die to like all the removal ever. Oh, good. Well, I think we're gonna outlast here. And just end our turn. So our opponent has the better outlast creature for sure. Foul-Tongue Invocation. And they have a Scion of Ugin in their hand. So, yeah, we're dead. Because this will lose 4 life from Sanguine Bond. Okay. Well, not sure there's really anything to change. Nope, I don't think so. Let's just try again. We did mulligan to 5 in that game, and that's worth remembering. Okay, I think this is a keep. It's obviously the kind of keep where if we draw too many lands, we're screwed, but probability says we're not going to draw a ton of them, you know. I guess I'll play the wilds first. Reduce my chances a little bit more of drawing a land. Guess I'll get a plains. We already have double blue. We do need triple blue for 1 card. Do we need double white for anything? I think just our Emeria Angel. We need triple blue. We need double blue, but we already have that. So let's get a plains. Opponent is I don't know what. In his own end phase. We will play the Bondkin. Okay, well, see you guys later. Question now is, do I outlast my Bondkin or attack for 2? I think we probably outlast it. A 3-2 with first strike is just so much harder to trade with than a 2-1. Like, there's a massive difference between the two. And right now we don't have anything else to do with our mana anyway, so. So yeah, I think we're just gonna outlast. Maybe not do it again, but just 3-2 with first strike is great. All right, so we will attack. Ouch. And they have a Noxious Dragon in their hand. You don't see a lot of decks in these colors running dragons, but our opponent's running 2, probably because of Foul Tongue Invocation. Who knows how many of those they have. So we could think about using the draw a card on Azorius Charm, but I don't really think that's what I want to do. I think we're just going to play Angel of Mercy here. I'm just going to take 2. Ooh, Cephalid Broker is gross. Letting you double loot every turn is really good. I could lock him down with Claustrophobia. And that might really be worth doing. First, let's just attack with our Angel. Yeah. No, I'll let him do it. I'm just going to play another big flyer. Try to give our opponent a fairly quick clock. Yeah, they're going to do that. I might play Claustrophobia on it now. Or I may have to put it on whatever gross creature my opponent just played, which I think that I do. We knew that there was a Noxious Dragon too, by the way. We just yeah, so we're gonna go Claustrophobia. Which does mean Cephalid Broker is going to get to do all sorts of crazy crap in the meantime. We just have to hope we can kill him before the Cephalid like gives our opponent everything they ever wanted. So yeah, play the Bondkin now. I think it's not like it can attack on this board right now, but it'll be able to with a little help. Just a little help. We've really not gotten our Restoration Angel, which is sad. Sarah frickin' Angel. Okay, well, now we're just going to play Jesse and Thief. And we're going to outlast, No, we're not. I guess we're not, because I want to leave up Azorius Charm. They're going to loot now, I'm sure. We need a different name for when you're looting twice. Oh, really? Why? You trying to mill me? That's an unusual decision. For sure. That our opponent would decide to use that on us. Yeah, very weird, actually. I don't know if it was an accident or... So we're going to put Serra Angel on top of our opponent's library if it attacks us. It didn't, though. Okay, Blinding Mage is going to ruin our lives. Cephalid Broker number 2. Well, now they can try to mill me. Using it on me again. Now we just take Claustrophobia for sure. They are planning on trying to mill me, I think. Which is, again, kind of crazy. But you never know. So yeah, Claustrophobia. We will attack for 6 in the air. Wasn't really worth attacking with my Thief there. I mean, I guess, yeah, it wouldn't have been a terrible attack if they double blocked. They would have to lose something, but wouldn't have been a great attack either. Yeah, and we'll play our own Blinding Mage too. So now if they make me draw cards, it's just like basically milling me because they all just go to my graveyard. But yeah, they're going to use that one on themselves. But using this on your opponent, I just want to stress, my opponent is in a good position to potentially beat me. But don't use that on your opponent unless you're like a dedicated ramp deck and you know you have a way to just win the game. When they have no cards in their hand, it does basically just become milling, which makes it a little bit better. But if they have even one card in their hand, you're really just giving them more gas, basically. And that is not really what you want to do. Blizzard Spectre, you say? All right, so let's go to combat. I'm sure one of my flyers gets tapped down. Yep, one of them does. So the question is, do I hold on to this card so that my opponent might just make my cards in my hand better? The answer, I think, is probably no. Although Outlasting might be better than just playing an infantry veteran right now. Yeah, it's definitely possibly better. But the bad news is we only have 1 white mana, so I think in reality I just have to tap down Blizzard Spectre more than I need to do anything else. So we're just going to hold on to this. Maybe our opponent will help us out some more. They could have like a Glimpse the Unthinkable in their hand. That would be hilarious. Ish. So, yeah, they're going to use that one on themselves. Which they should always be doing. Didn't want your Abzan Falconer, huh? It's a little scary. So we're going to tap down Blizzard Spectre. There we go. Moonglove Extract. I guess that means the end of my Blinding Mage. Yes, it does. Okay. At least we have another Phantom Monster, though. Right, well, we will go to combat again. Opponent taps down one of these, but we drop them to 5. Yeah. Okay, then we're going to play Phantom Monster and Infantry Veteran and end our turn. They're digging for something scary, I'm sure. We have 9 flying damage, but it's really going to be 6. Well, really going to be 7, actually, with Infantry Veterans' help. Yeah, they're digging for something, because they know they're just dead if they don't have it, which is a good sign. The bad news is our opponent can get 4 cards deeper into their very small deck. So, hitting the card they want is probable. They've mostly discarded lands, but not all. We didn't want Rotfeast or Maggot. That's a little scary, because it could have probably made some difference at least in... Okay, what's about to happen to us? I don't know, but we're going to go to combat. If our opponent didn't want Rotfeast or Maggot, which would have bought them some more time at least, they must have drawn something even better. Rotfeast or Maggot has to be one of the grossest card names in Magic. Do they have Cryptic Command? No, just Foul Tongue Invocation. Okay, but that's going to gain them a ton of life, so that will help them a bunch. What to do here? It's probably just Jesse and Thief. It's like never going to be able to attack. Not effectively, anyway. Surprised my opponent didn't want to tap anybody there. They're just going to take that, huh? Is it worth pumping one of them? I kind of feel like it isn't. I don't know. Putting my opponent at 1 seems like a good idea. Wing Shards? God. That's not good. Really not good. Ugh. I think that probably loses us the game now. We played right into that without really thinking. I mean, we still don't like immediately lose the game or anything. But we put ourselves in pretty bad shape. We will play a Blizzard Spectre, though. What spell was played in that turn? Oh, they also cast Foul Tongue Invocation. Oh, Teferi. They are just trying to mill me out now. I wish I was just hitting lands when they did that. Scion of Ugin. Yeah, we knew that was there. Okay, so we're going to attack with Angel of Mercy. We can pump it to kill Scion of Ugin in combat, at least, with our infantry veteran. Our 1 white mana has been kind of a pain. Because we haven't been able to outlast, like, at all. Because we keep having to just play things. We've played multiple creatures with activated abilities that need white mana. This is definitely a fun and grindy game, but I think it's one we're going to lose in the end. That Wing Shards scarred me. Okay, go to 8. I like that part of it. Of course, you have tons of ways of gaining life. Well, this time it's lands. Man, that Djinn would have been good. I was about to say, is my Djinn or my Restoration Angel in there? But yeah, he's going to be able to mill us out before we can win now. Cephalid Broker style. Yeah, we're basically dead. All right, well, that one did not go quite as good as our first draft did, but we went 1 and 2. We, got to play 3 games, but yeah, was I don't think the deck was great to begin with. This format just has such a high power level, and I don't think our deck quite got there. Even though we had a Mirroring Angel and Restoration Angel, which are, of course, very good, we didn't really get them enough and stick them in play, so. But that's okay. We will play 2 more of these, actually, at a minimum. So thanks for watching.